Today we are privileged to have an eloquent and inspirational speaker, Dr. Sivapriya, who will be addressing the gathering in line to our Chennai chapter's theme. We now request Mr. R. Parani Murugan, Southern Region Honorary Secretary, to introduce Dr. Sivapriya to our audience.
Good afternoon, fellow Foundrymen. I have immense pleasure in introducing Dr. Sivapriya Challappa, co-founder Jnana Vikas Jagrati, holds an MBA from MOP Vaishnava College, Chennai, MPhil from Alagappa University, Karaikudi, PhD from Wales Institute of Science and Technology, completed entrepreneurial certificate program on business ownership, contracts, agreements at Rowan College, Burlington County, New Jersey, and also 2 years of professional diploma in network-centered computing at National Institute of Information Technology. Started the career in 2002 at AdMart, an exhibition stall designing organization, and I have handled major corporate clients like Saint-Gobain, State Bank of India on stall execution and coordination at various venues like Chennai Trade Center, Kodisha Trade Fair Complex in Coimbatore, and also at Bangalore International Exhibition Center. Joined as program in charge at Madras Management Association in 2003 and coordinated various workshops and major conventions like AIMA convention, MMA convention, and women managers and student conventions. Also worked as the editorial member of the MMA business mandate. In 2010, joined the Department of Ocean Observation Systems, National Institute of Ocean Technology as project manager. GOT involved in project support activities in handling major tenders, store management, project reports, conduct of workshops, and in various other in-house managerial supports. He also appointed for NIOT ISO cell for ensuring quality. In 2017, she handled the India International Science Festival as Secretariat in charge and was appreciated by Secretary Ministry of Earth and Science. In 2020, in fact, she was associated with IAF as a secretary coordinator for IFC 2020. The knowledge and experience on project management and MSMEs have always inspired to take up research work on innovation. So she has passion towards research to work for MSME sector associated with Sea Change Consulting as the MSME and Startup Business Coordinator. She has done a lot of book publications also, and she has done research paper publications around 8 numbers in her total career, and she has presented paper presentation in research conferences for around 9 numbers. The other conference what she has participated is committee member for the MSME award conducted by SIPACA Business Concepts and Sea Change Consulting on 27th June 2022 at Andhra Chambers of Commerce. Mission workshop on harnessing energy from the oceans, a global scenario on the occasion of the 33rd XCO meeting of the IEA OES TCP held on 13th November 2017 at NIOT Chennai. Apart from all these business things, I think even in student this thing also, I think she has excelled in so many things. So student organizing committee member of 28th National Convention of All India Management Association at Taj Coromandel, Chennai. She was the student council member of MOP Vaishnava College where she studied, and she was the cultural secretary of Meenakshi College for Women in 1998-19. I think it's a very long this thing. I am very happy to introduce her. Now I will welcome Dr. Sivapriya Challappa to present this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am presenting on the topic Innovation, Redefining Business Value and Recreating Business Models. So I am a little academic person, so my presentation will be little industry as well as academic oriented, so you have to have some patience with my presentation. So this is the agenda for the day. So let me start with the introduction. Innovation, what does it mean? Why I'm starting with the 1982 definition, you will understand it little later. Innovation means the operated and creative thought presented in the form of product, process and services to the market. It is transformation of one's creative idea into originality with the use of new concept. That is what has been stated in 1982. So innovation, you see, it's a different way of looking into problem, uncovering something new, a way of thinking. Say for example, EVs, you have musical instrument playing without using your mouth and hand. I'm just saying, but it's not discovered. And your Swiggy and Amazon, which you are going through day by day. There is a difference, as already been mentioned, innovation and invention. Invention is creating something new. It is usually a thing. But innovation is introducing the concept and use of an idea or method and is basically an invention that causes change in behavior and interaction. Now we use the term innovation and creativity every day, and it is very inseparable. Creativity is more related to imagination, but if you see innovation, it is more related to implementation. Creativity is the ability to conceive something unpredictable, original and unique. It must be expressive, exciting and imaginative. It is a mirror of how beautifully one can think in an organization. But innovation is an act of application of new ideas that creates some value. We are talking about some value. Please underline that point. And that is for the organization, government and for the society. Creativity in business is to foster new ideas. But innovation in business is to have useful and viable solutions which are like, even as somebody said, even companies' customer service upgradation is an innovation. It need not only be technology related. So not all creative ideas becomes innovative. Creativity just liberates you from the conventional thinking and a different perspective or solution to the problem. It brings newer opportunities and untapped market. So that's the difference between creativity and innovation. Somebody can foster creativity first in the organization, then talk about innovation. If you start with the innovation, then the creativity stops. Now we have entrepreneurship and innovation. Generally, the definition of entrepreneurship, we say small business, new business, big size business, successful businessman, he is an entrepreneur. But what is the heart of an entrepreneurship that we should understand, which is slightly going down nowadays? The heart of innovation, the heart of entrepreneurship is innovation. So that need not be forgotten. And innovation, has to be responsible, purposeful, and with focused change that brings economic benefit to an organization. Innovation helps in adaptability, fostering growth, and as we all know, it gives competitive advantage. So very important for entrepreneurs. So your innovation should be desirable, feasible, and viable. The 3 points have to be remembered. Now what happens? Let us go to the history of innovation, how this word has come. In Latin vocabulary, if you see, the innovation meant returning or renewing. The word was used in religious context, in change of laws, and in political context. This I got from some researchers. Researchers sometimes influence the industry also. With respect to change in established order, the word innovation was generally denoting something that threatens the order. This was the previous definition of innovation. In 19th century, what happened is the innovation word started getting a positive vibe, apparently in scientific journals and books and in magazines. So it entered a different context. Now it is considered as a honorable concept by God in 215, he mentioned that. After the rise of specific technological tools and economy, the concept of innovation started getting power, and it started related to techno-economic now. The commercialization aspect of technology on innovation became prominent recently only. So what happened is the technology part, all this got gained, but what happened to the responsibility part of innovation? Are we still thinking about that? Is a bigger thing. Many aspects and elements slowly got attached with the concept of innovation, like purpose, drivers, value generations, institutional concepts. But innovation always had a bigger scope, is what I want to try to tell the audience, that it has more than bigger scope than technology and commercialization, which has gained more prominence in days today. Here comes the role of responsible innovation. So again, where the definition changed, and again we are bringing a new word, responsible innovation. Actually, innovation should have got that meaning much before that. So RA promotes innovation and creativity that are socially recommendable or sensible. So it acknowledges some of the questions raised by innovation, such as its purpose, impact, and motivation, and better frameworks. So what innovation holds and benefits? It obviously, we all know, it improves the method in industries, meets changing customer demands, better process and system, new technology, benefits, quality, problem solving, keeping the change in the industry, new markets, efficient use of resources. This we all know. And areas of innovation, we have always thought about product, process and service innovation. Product, you have this automobile, cellular phone. Process, what Henry Ford had done with the world's first moving assembly line. And service innovation, what Uber and Zipcar does with the transportation industry. Now let's little bit go and rethink our areas of innovation. If you see, there is previously we have overemphasized the product and process. We overwhelmed with the opportunities of innovation that are available. But let's classify them in a different way. 4 types of innovation, some are inward and some are outward. The process innovation and management innovation has to be inside the organization and innovating the firm itself, whereas the product innovation and the business model innovation is more concentrated outward, that is more towards the market. The process and product are operational, more technical. Today we had lots of technical sessions, it's more operational. But let us divert our mind little bit on the strategic also. A company cannot run only with the technical part, it has to run more with the strategic part. So let's divert our innovation thought process from product process to something later, something away from that scope. Before coming to that, let me tell you the types of innovation. We have disruptive innovation, which you know that Amazon, they are targeted, overlooked new segment for this market. Incremental innovations, where you have continuous improvement of existing product. Sustaining innovation, where you have larger changes to maintain market leader position, what smartphone market has done. Radical innovation is completely changing, that is Netflix and iPhone. Yeah. So now let's look at a new type of innovation. As been asking asking M, introduce the concept of disruptive technology and disruptive business concepts. Can you see the figure? You have existing market, you have new market. You have existing technology and you have new processes. So he divided the concept in these 4 areas. Uber introducing new technology to disrupt the taxi business, that comes under disruptive technology. But after a well-established process and technology, Uber extending it to the Uber Eats, that is disruptive business concept. Now many of us are still in the existing market and with the existing technology. So what kind of innovation can we do? What kind of business models can we apply? Let me go through that. We can reinvent innovations. Kelly's describes 3 shifts in the existing market. One is platform shift. We can do a digital transformation, technology transformation, which provides tremendous possibilities in this area. Moves the organization from a product and product performance focus to a platform and platform value focus. That is a platform shift which we are talking about. In existing market, you can do a business model shift where you give a value proposition, value creation. Yeah. Where you give a value proposition, value creation and value capturing. Shift which you can do in the existing market. You can also do a customer experience shift in the existing market where we have distinctive customer engagement by which firms can influence the interaction with the organization and its offerings. Combined with other innovations like channel, platform and business model shift, this can ensure positive reason for customer preference. Like you execute, you engage, you get the feedback, capture, aggregate information, prioritize your insights. A business is as good as its customer service. So there are 3 shifts which in the existing market which you can do. So innovation, it can be perpetual or conceptual. Work out analytically to understand what an innovation has to offer to take an opportunity and satisfy, or it can be perceiving the potential users and studying the values, expectations and needs. Redefining value. Let's come to the topic redefining value. It is the first step to challenge the base of how success is measured. Applies to both individual and corporate undertakings. Sustainable value as the well-being, improvement, continuity and preservation of the individual, company and society and environment in such a way that satisfies the needs of the present without compromising intergenerational equity. That is the definition given by Cambridge Institute for Sustainability Leadership. Now what is business value? If you take business value, doesn't mean that business only have to create revenue in long term. That is not the value system. It also includes companies' ability to create products, employment opportunities and investments. Both physical assets and your employees are example of business value. Some common business value are fairness, innovation, community involvement. Some of the examples I've given. Let's not go through that deep in depth. Some business model innovation. So what is business model innovation? Innovation is coming up with fresh approaches to serve customers and generate profits for the business. It's an overall strategy. It is not looking at one particular area. It is an overall strategy, then concentrating on product part or particular service. It differs from product or service innovation. Creating value, delivering value, and capturing value is the mantra. Value for certain cost, and you need to consider all the aspects required for that. So as I told you already, you need to consider the value creation for that. You need to consider the operating model for that, where you have to drive competitive advantage, profitability, all those things you have to focus. You need to concentrate on value capturing. So if you are going to concentrate for a business model innovation, you need to concentrate on value proposition, creation, and capturing. So this is the model which I am just shown you. Value proposition definition. You and the provider and the customer interacts here. They try to find out what is required by the customer. The provider analyzes that. In value proposition, he tries to design what is required by the customer and he tries to build on that. But it has to be a win-win situation, the cost model and everything. Okay, now you have the contract and it's for 5 years. You can't keep waiting, having the same contract for 5 years. You have to rethink your value creation. You cannot be sitting on the same value creation. You have to rethink your value creation. So that is what the value in use delivery comes in. Now let's come to this topic, global warming to global boiling. UN report says the global air temperature has risen from 16.5 degrees centigrade on July 25th from 1979 to 2000 to 17.14 degrees centigrade on July 25th this year. So it's very important that we make our business as sustainable as possible. It is going to be like a wave, like the pandemic wave, where everyone has been forced to go for digitalization. This climate change to climate boiling is also going to force you all to go for sustainable business model. So no more business as usual. Taking sustainability as a core value is very important, and this wave is definitely going to come and we have to be prepared for ourselves. Climate change is, we cannot make empty promises hereafter on CSR and other things. It has to be conventional, it has to be in our SWOT analysis, it has to be made more important. World status quo and our degenerative production pattern has forced us now for a net zero business model as a new business as usual. That is going to be our new business as usual. Sustainable business model innovation, how we can characterize the sustainable business model. You have to incorporate the existing value proposition. I talked about value proposition. You have to incorporate the existing value proposition of sustainable principles on goals. The extension of value creation concept from economic value to shared value. It has to be shifting. You need to have that change. And non-financial interest in decision making should be there. And we need sustainability leaders to promote a new mindset in the whole organization. So these are the characteristics of sustainable business model, where we need economic value to shared value, and while taking decisions we should not bring our profit on aspects as such. What pathways to be taken at the organization level for value proposition, creation and value capture within a business model change that includes economic, environmental and social issue has to be the question every day in every organization. So how they do that? Integrating green innovation, transforming the value proposition towards a sustainable value proposition, and managers must clearly understand what value is currently on the verge of being destroyed and consequently act on those business models. So you have value proposition where your governance, ethics, all those things comes. In value creation you have all the stakeholders, and even in delivery all the stakeholders comes, and in value capture you get this cost structure and your finance and other parts comes. So if you see the headline, old business model is revenue generation. The new business model is relationship with the market. That is what we are going through. But I am telling you, the future or new era business model will be the business with zero impact on environment. Your client will ensure that from you. So SBMI, in short, I would say combining environmental, societal and financial priorities to reimagine one's core business models and even shift the boundaries of competition. Business value, the second business value which I am planning to talk is on customer experience. Today, click and collect sales in US grew by 60% over the counter medicine, household supplies, new shopping behavior are changing priorities and economic pressures. So improving customer experience needs money and extra effort. But companies get real-time feedback in large volumes, but they have to start listening to those customers' queries. So you have the experience drivers, you have the impact on it, and you have to analyze the outcome of it. So customer experience, how you do it, you can either make it personalization, but I don't know how far it is applicable to the Foundry industry. But personalization has become very important. 91% of consumers are more likely to shop with brands who recognize and remember, provide relevant offers and recommendations. That has been stated by Accenture. And insight-led customer, I think that is very important even in the Foundry industry. You cannot take decisions as it is. You need to have data and you need to take decisions based on data. That is more important. By 2022, 85% of executive making decisions will be based on marketing analytics. So let's do some transformations for that. AI-based automation that has been already talked about. AI has brought down the manual efforts and at the same time provided a human touch to customers through personalized campaigns. Digital transformation is already happening after the pandemic wave, and omni-channel. You need to use multiple channels, 3 or 4 channels to gain higher retention of your customer. Now we talk about the third business value, to integrate innovation culture. So what your organization can do to get the innovation culture, they can emphasize on the quality, that is providing effective solutions, individuality, respects each person's knowledge and idea and skill, trust. If you don't have trust, innovation is very not possible, is honest and open and family oriented. Creativity, as I already mentioned. Accountability, take well thought decisions and bring right changes for the right reason. And measurement, you need to analyze and measure the company's innovation activities and evaluate results and identify what is working and what is not. There is an example of cultural innovation. If you see, Barnes is a Nobel bookseller, in American bookseller. He has a relaxing literary environment. Even the example of Starbucks, the unique value proposition of becoming a third place for customers after home and workplace. So see how people are changing their business model to grab the customer. It is not just product and process. It is something different. What is that? That we need to analyze. So business value, the fourth component which I am talking about is automation, which is very much needed in the Foundry industry. Industry 4.0, Internet of Things, cloud technology are already being started. Today, data has emerged as the connector between all elements. Your different departments of data is connecting you all and evolving as the new oil. Maximizing efficiency is the only way in manufacturing industry, and innovation increases the scale of business and it gives a hardcore product orientation to solution provider. We are not hardcore product oriented. It has to be more solution provider. What kind of solution are we solving for the customer? What kind of solution are we solving for the people, society? It's more diverted to it. And these are the systems, your AI, ML, cloud and ERP are staples for modern manufacturing systems. Obviously, they have their own benefits. Labor cost, production cost, better efficiency, return on investment is good, labor safety is good. Automation definitely helps the Foundry industry in labor safety and variety of material handling, finishing perfection and quality. Towards automation, now I've taught about automation. Can we go tomorrow and start the automation? No, it is not that easy, I know. You have to have a 360-degree perspective on before going for automation. It is not as simple as what we said. Automation has to sync with other elements of the enterprise and should account for existing problems. It should not create new problems in the automation. It has to solve the existing problem. Other elements are regulatory, raw material availability, workforce competency. In spite of shrinking Foundry in North America, if you see, still the production is more than India and Japan. That's what I read in some paper. I don't know if it is right. But it is due to the adaptation of new furnace is what has been stated. Forms of automation which includes robotic application, linear guided systems, material handling or finishing system, where and all you can automate. Before automating, we have to look at each and every area, finalize that and then go for automation. If somebody gives money and tomorrow I cannot automate. I have to do some homework on that before automating. So that is what I'm trying to say. Start with one robotic or one automation, then integrate gradually, but at least start one. Because I know there is a big challenge in the foundry industry. A skilled labor is a big challenge. So when you have skilled labor and redundant machines and lots of labor, if you can have redundant machines. When we have a problem of labor and skilled labor, you have to automatically shift for automations to gain those areas. So the Indian market size of the foundry, if you see, it is estimated to grow from 10.77% between 22 to 27, and market size is forecasted to increase by 15,000 million. Growth depends on technology upgrades, Make in India initiatives, and increasing confidence within the foundry industry. Since the demand is more, the confidence obviously is there. Market segmentation globally, if you say, it is through product, application, or through geography. Key foundry market drivers are focus on technology upgrades is notably driving the innovation Indian foundry market growth and more demand from automotive sector. Foundry market trend is formation of foundry cluster is a key trend. The foundry cluster is very important in the foundry industry. That is a key trend. And the major challenge which has been highlighted by many researchers is highly skilled labor and worker retention. So if you see the key purchase criteria they mentioned is innovation. So automation wherever high level task required and innovation of employees to be used for enhancing product or casting is very important. So, business model innovation, what is it? It's actually organization creates, delivers and captures value which is both for customers and the organization itself. It is explicitly focusing on the business model as a whole. It is not just marketing department, it is not sales department, it is not finance department. You are focusing on the whole department, not drifting apart from the true needs of the customers unless they specifically focus on avoiding that. There are many reasons to this phenomena. Some has been stated. Some might focus too heavily on just optimizing. They don't concentrate on those areas. Some management focuses too heavily on competition. So see, your focus is divided. So in these areas, it is getting subsidized. Shareholders to optimize on short-term profit. That is also one of the reasons for this phenomenon has to be taken care. Innovation mix, learning and moving fast is essential for this. See, these are the questions which I have just generally taken from the website. You have to ask questions on operating model, experience model, product, value proposition. So many questions have to be answered. Somebody had already stated, when you have to innovate, you cannot just satisfy with 2 questions and then start innovating. A person who is asking 15 questions to himself is a better innovator. So if you have to innovate, either the product or process or the business model, you need to ask yourself of several questions in several departments and integrate and connect them, then only you get a good innovation. So BMI finally is value creation, how people create something from nothing. If you see Netflix, he was having CD, now he's streamlining. What is his product? What is his product cost? Nothing. So he had made his business model to earn something from nothing. That is what is Netflix. So no product innovation, no process innovation, sometimes no product cost. It is just how you do the business. Example, Netflix and even Elon Musk, he has applied the Apple model and he has taken design, manufacturing, sales all under his control. Direct interaction with customer, he has just taken that model. He is a Wharton student. I think he just analyzed on those parts. If you say Elon Musk EV vehicle, the only thing which we get on our head is technology. It's not that. How he operated his business model is also important. Ideas into something tangible, business model offers new value creation. Digitalization is not innovation, it is just an enabler. Please understand, digitalization is not an innovation or transformation is not innovation, it is just an enabler. It is making your life easy. Don't take that as a part of innovation. Business model adds on to the traditional avenues of improvement and BMI just complements them. So if I am going for business model innovation, are we changing something totally which is old? No. It is just complementing. It is not changing the old model. It is a new idea getting fixed into the already existing model and getting you revenue generator. That is what is business model innovation. BMI is a holistic thinking. It is an add-on activity system to existing content of the firm that is crucial underlying concept and backbone of your company. I already said increased growth, competitive advantage, overcome objections to sale, brand recognition, because when you do BMI, your brand is more recognized, and lasting towards market cycles, unexpected events such as COVID-19. You don't have to worry about all these events. Your model will still work on that. Examples, if you see now, you have subscriptions, freemium, and you have direct to customers like Tesla vehicles. There are many examples. These people have innovated their business models. They have not innovated more on the product, but they have innovated more on their business models to gain opportunities. How to be innovative? Innovation is a work of knowing rather than doing. That is what Peter Drucker has said. Systematic practice of innovation with commitment is important. If you don't have systematic practice, innovation cannot be made. So business model innovation, what kind of mindset should we have for business model innovation? See, step back and see overall structure of the organization. If you say, somebody say, I cannot see the forest, I can see only the individual trees, that is not right. You should see the overall forest. You should not see only the trees. So that is what I am trying to convey as a BMI. And two mental constraints for managers which we've identified is level of analysis. They don't want to any activity analysis, they don't want to do. They want to do only product analysis. That is one mind constraint. The another constraint is they want to go with a familiar path. We need to deviate from the familiar path and go with the new thinking. So that is more important. Not a product, process or business plan, but a set of interconnected activities. It is a system of activity. Step back and have system level thinking. System level wide thinking. That is what is required for BMI. And questions to be asked are, what are the activities? How are they sequenced? Who is going to carry out? And why is it creating value for stakeholders? That is how to do business in new ways, centered on our activity system, and it is democratic, equalizer, nobody is stopping you. Everybody can start doing from in your organization from tomorrow onwards. We tend to underestimate the value of thinking, is when stated by one of the psychologists. That's very true. Our thinking level is very strong, but only thing is we are not using it. Innovation and it shows, it's obviously flash of genius. It can also come from purposeful and conscious research results. It can come from external opportunities. You can also see through from somebody and catch. Actually, this forum is going to help you out, as many of us as presented. So it is going to give you some takeaways in this meeting. So overlapping of all this can also lead to an innovation. So, but altogether they bring great opportunities for the sector or organization. It is just a different way of thinking. Again, I repeat. What we need to get there? Focus. Other elements are diligence, persistence, commitment, hard work, systematic and purposeful work. So what we need to do? We need to plan, design, improvement, measurement, and please don't forget the responsible innovation. We don't want so many innovators, so many innovations coming to the society and creating lots of problems. We want responsible innovation which makes life easier. And to be innovative, if you don't, my firm is Jnana Vikas Jagrati. We believe on knowledge. So knowledge is very important. You need to meet many people before you innovate something. You need to accumulate lots of knowledge. So strengthening your concept is very important for innovation. Accumulating information from various sources, from various networks is very important. Using complex tools, I know it is very difficult in the first phase, but once you start using, you will start get used to it. That is important. And think beyond the standard uses of the everyday object. Never stop learning. Even at 70s, you should never, you should not stop learning. That is what I believe. You should keep learning and relearning yourself. Some might ask a question like, what are the risks in innovation? I have just framed it. Technological failure. If you have the risk, go for test on smaller size. Initially, after prototype testing, then adjustments. Financial time, then anticipate your profit. If you have failure in market, thorough check on customer need. I'm a small company, I cannot go for market research. No, you don't have to hire a market research company for it. You yourself can do certain analysis, collect data and do the analysis. I'm from the MSME department, so I just want to convey that. Please go for thorough checking on the market segment before you promote your product. Organizational risk, plan the process. If you plan the process, there will not be any organizational risk. Unpredictable risk, external risk management, keep a plan B. Always keep a plan B when you have this unexpected risk, external risks. These are some of the innovative ideas. Rice husk, they made a furniture from a rice husk. This Kenya flip-flop artwork is there, and products from Ike. So these are some innovative ideas which they made out of waste. So just put my framework here. We first need to define our business value. If the business value is not strong enough, I think that will not give a good push to our growth. So business value has to be strong. Then comes the sustainable business model, which we need to concentrate on responsible innovation. Then you have your business model innovation, where your customer need has to be taken care, and your organization strength, benchmark best innovators, put all and have the right model. If you have a product innovation, do the market analysis. If you have customer engagement, keep doing that with the digitalization. And if you want a process innovation, you need to do with the automation. Our quality of life depends on the product we use. From good sleep to getting back from illness, and the list is on. To address this, making the existing products and service better, keeping in mind the cost and quality is essential. To tap this opportunity and to gain profit, this competition of ideas will be happening and will remain in future. You are not going to escape from this. So redefine your business value and recreate a better business model and start your journey of innovation. And that too, a responsible innovation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. Any questions to Sivapriya, madam? Thank you for your wonderful presentation, keeping us informed on what is innovation types and why we should innovate and to keep ourselves ahead. We extend our request to Mr. V.K. Raman, Chennai Chapter Chairman, to felicitate Dr. Sivapriya with the traditional Angavastram. Any questions to Sivapriya, madam? Thank you for your wonderful presentation, keeping us informed on what is innovation types and why we should innovate and to keep ourselves ahead. We extend our request to Mr. V.K. Raman, Chennai Chapter Chairman, to felicitate Dr. Sivapriya with the traditional Angavastram. We invite Mr. K. Dayalan, past Chairman, Southern Region, to present a memento to our esteemed speaker. Thank you, sir.